Okay, without further ado, let's start with our discussion on the definition, history, and classifications of robots. Okay, so hmm, right. So define muna natin yung term na robotics since yan po yung pinaka main topic natin or the overall topic for tonight. So robotics, according to Britannica.com, that is the engineering discipline dealing with, take note, the design, construction, and operation of robots. Okay, so it's not all about ideas lang, design lang, plano lang. So kasama na po doon yung pag-construct mismo kung paano ginawa yung robot from start to finish. And not just uh, until there. So pati na din kung paano siya ginagamit in everyday. So once nabili mo siya, na-purchase mo siya, ang operation of robots actually part pa din ng robotics pala. Okay? So again, design, construction, and operation. So lahat po yan may um, involved sa tinatawag nating robotics. Right? Or let's have another definition. So um, specifically, robotics deals with how any physical constructed system can perform a task or play a role in any interface or new technology. Okay, so kung nakikita niyo po, naka-highlight yung word na physical constructed system. So side note lang po muna, kung alam niyo po si yung sa Avengers, kung kilala niyo po si Vision, actually sa Avengers Part 2, yung Age of Ultron, si Ultron po yung bad na AI. Yun yung enemy nila. So, um, okay si Ultron, very powerful. However, ang kulang niya po is a powerful body. So, without a body, hanggang AI lang po siya. So, hindi siya matatawag na robot. Nung nakagawa na siya ng kanyang sariling body, siya din gumawa actually kasi powerful siya. Ayan, nung meron na siyang sariling body, tsaka lang po siya natawag na robot. Same thing with Vision po. So before siya pumasok sa isang physical na object, si Vision po, yun yung kasama ng Avengers. AI lang din po siya, called Jarvis. Ayun po. So, long story. Basta panoorin niyo po yung movie na yun ay mas ma-appreciate niyo po yung term na physical constructed na concept ng robotics. In short lang po, kung walang katawan yung isang AI, hindi po siya matatawag na robot. Kailangan katawan siya and there's some form of movements na involved bago siya matawag na robot. Or let's define properly robot. So also according to Britannica.com, it is any automated or automatically operated machine that replaces human effort. So I have to emphasize the words automatically operated machine. So hindi lang siya basta-basta machine, hindi basta-basta operated machine, kundi automatically. So may option kang i-operate siya manually, pero dapat meron siyang at least one feature na automatically gumagalaw siya. Otherwise, hindi po siya matatawag na robot. So at least meron siyang isang automatic na feature, automatic na, let's say, movements, especially. Okay? So just like our drones, there are times na kailangan ikaw yung magda-drive, magpa-pilot manually. But there's an option also for you for the robot to, let's say for example, the pag lowbat na, automatic babalik po siya sa base. Okay? So in that case, mako-consider na robot din po yung drones. Okay? Another thing, hindi ko na highlight po. Remember, ang purpose niya is to replace human effort. Hindi po yung human papalitan, kundi yung human effort. So instead na magpapakahirap kang gawin yung isang bagay, pwede mong ipagawa sa robot na. Or especially paulit-ulit at kailangang accurate yung output, hindi nagbabago-bago. So, or kapag nasa delikadong lugar. For example, instead na tao yung papadala mo, robot na lang. Okay? So, madami siyang klaseng applications, and you're going to see some of those in our next slides. Okay? A more technical definition of a robot. So, it is a computer-controlled, another emphasis, computer-controlled, meaning kinakontrol natin using a computer device built-in sa kanya. So, computer-controlled device that has reprogrammable multifunctional manipulator. Now, shout out sa mga manipulator dyan. Okay, so designed to move. Yan po yung highlight kong term, move. So, dapat may computer operated siya, computer-based, computer-controlled. Dahil kailangan natin siyang i-program at i-reprogram. Madami siyang functions. And those functions basically involve movement. Either i-move niya yung sarili niyang katawan or i-move niya certain material, parts, tools, or specialized devices through variable programmed motions. And last thing, naka-highlight na word, for the performance of various tasks. Ayan po, hindi siya robot nang wala lang. Dapat robot siya for a certain task. Dinesign siya, ginawa siya, binili siya for a certain task. Okay, hindi yung pang-display lang. Hindi yung pang sayaw-sayaw lang. Sabagay, task din naman yung pagsayaw-sayaw lang. Ba't ako sumasayaw? Anyway, so makikita niyo yan in a while din also. Ano mga possible tasks na kailangan gawin ng robots? Although some of you may clue na. Okay? So, para mas medyo may tayo. Although hindi natin isa-isahin, may pinili lang akong significant milestones. Madami actually in between na milestones dito. So, ito personally selected na milestones lang. So, pumili lang ako ng 10. Right? Regarding how robotics and AI came to life. Right? So back in 1921 it was the first time that the term robot was used. Okay, double check ko kung recording tayo. Okay. So but hindi po physicist, engineer, or scientist yung unang gumamit ng term, kundi isang writer. So Czech writer named Karel Čapek. Okay, siya po, I believe it's in a certain play. So writer siya ng isang play, I think. Or not sure lang kung anong klase siyang writer, but in a play na sinulat niya, doon po unang lumabas yung word na robot. Okay? And soon, later makikita niyo sa isang video natin more information about this. Okay? After 20 years, medyo mas naging malinaw po yung definition ng robot with the help of the 3 laws of robotics established by Isaac Asimov. Okay, 3 laws of robotics na featured po to sa I Am Legend or I Am Robot, I think, na fiction na sinulat ni Isaac Asimov. Okay, so hindi din po siya scientist or engineer. Writer po siya, specifically fictional writer. Okay? So with this 3 laws of robotics, mas na malinaw na robot dapat may task, nag-obey siya ng command ng whoever ang owner niya or ang operator niya. Tapos second law is dapat hindi siya magka-cause ng harm sa human beings. Yan. And third is i-protect niya yung self niya, find a way para ma-make sure na okay siya habang ino-obey niya ang first and then ang second na law. Okay? So, ganun po. And yung AI naman po, madami din pinagdaanan, and isa po sa basic or isa sa mga pinaka early na conceptualization niya is the Turing test. So, it was a concept published by Alan Turing. So, this introduced the idea of machine intelligence and how to measure it. Okay, so kumbaga pang sinabi lang ni Alan Turing na hindi kaya ng machines mag-isip, parang in-insist niya, and there's a way para malaman natin. So yun, may measurement siyang in-introduce in this Turing test. Okay, So furthermore, the field of AI research is founded at Dartmouth Conference in 1956. So ayan na po na conceptualize na yung term na AI. And then, ayan, doon na po nagumpisa. As early as 1956, nagagamit na po yung term na AI. Okay? It was in 1961 when the first robot that was used in the industry was developed. Okay, so it was the first Unimate robot installed by GM. Ang purpose niya is to lift and stack hot pieces of metal. So imagine tao. Pag tao yung nagsa-stack ng hot pieces of metal, di ba? Of course, that's impossible. Okay? So basta yung idea po in this at this point of time is dito po nagsimula yung paggamit ng robotics sa manufacturing. So as early as 1961, may factories na gumagamit ng robots po. Okay? So furthermore, so medyo fast forward tayo ng konti. So 1966, first chatbot natin named Eliza was developed. After 20 years, Honda created the EO, or the first humanoid robot to walk on 2 feet. Meaning naglalakad pang tao na yung shape niya, humanoid. Okay? But eventually, siya yung naging ancestor ni Asimo, the more popular robot created by Honda. Until now, I think existing si Asimo, and one of the most significant na innovations sa field ng robotics, si Asimo. Okay? After that, fast forward to 2011, si IBM naman nag-introduce ng Watson. So, if you know ChatGPT, so as early as 2011, may language processing system na tayo na similar to how ChatGPT works. Okay? So, in 2012, before Google Assistant, before the Hey Google na app or na feature sa ating phones or smart devices, unang lumabas po si Google Now. Ito po yung first version niya. Okay, siya po yung unang AI assistant natin. The main difference is Google Now, hindi pa siya voice prompted or voice commanded na type ng AI. So, more on search engine siya ginagamit that time. Okay? And by 2016, ayan po, may nakita akong post sa Facebook, medyo cringe. Only the Philippines daw may gumagamit ng drone for delivery. Hello, 2016 ginagamit na ng UK actually ang drones to deliver parcels. Okay? And eventually sa US, ganun din po. So, as early as 2016. Right now, common na po yung ganito sa kanila. While in the Philippines, medyo pinagtatawanan pa. Akala nila kalokohan. Yan. Anyways, so there are many types of robots, and we can, for example, we have service robots sa mga restaurants or sa mga hotels. We have medical robots sa hospitals helping doctors and nurses sa mga medical services. We have different types of industrial robots for manufacturing and for other industrial processes. May mga soldier din na robots, may mga police guard na robots, may mga entertainer na robots, di ba? Ang dami. But to some, of course, hindi natin malilista lahat ng yan, but we can classify them as either one of these three robots. First one is para sa mga mahilig mag-manipulate. Okay, so this type of robot is basically intended to move things around. So pick one object to another, or operate on different points. So whatever, imagine yung human hands. So whatever the human hands can do, pwede nating i-substitute yung manipulation robots kanya. Like pagpinta, pag-solder, pag-welding, pagtahi, pag-assemble ng different parts, or pagputol ng kahoy, which is bad. What else? Pag-drawing, pagsulat. Yan. So, pwede na pong ipagawa kay manipulation robots po. So, may tinatawag po tayong, these are more commonly termed as robotic arms. Okay? Because they mimic the human hands. Okay? Although, of course, they can be more complex than the human hands. Okay? But if the robot is intended to move from point A to point B to point C and anywhere else and vice versa, okay, then they are called mobile robots. Whether they are walking on land, running, rolling, flying, floating, swimming, ayan po. Basta gumagalaw po, nag-move, may navigation na involved, may locomotion na involved, then they are called mobile robots. Okay? So, the third type is sometimes manipulation siya. It can be in the form of manipulation robots. Manipulation robots, by the way, mostly stationary. Okay? But if they are, kung baga, i-combine natin manipulation robots and mobile robots, of course, i-combine natin sila for a reason. And that could be for controlling something or for acquiring some data. Okay, so we have the control and data acquisition robots. So they don't just manipulate or move around, but they are controlling something and they are getting data, like environmental data. For example, magda-dive siya sa ocean. Ocean talaga. Kumuha ng water quality or amount of garbage or mga creature under the sea, examine niya. Ayun. So, or pwede din mag-spy. We're not sure baka may spy. Okay. Anyway, so control and data acquisition robots, pwede siyang mobile, pwede siyang manipulation, pwede siyang both. Okay? So these are the main classifications of robots, and there are special types that maybe none of these three siya naka-classify, mga exceptions. Okay? So anyway, that's for the first part.